Okay, so I'm here today to show you my French drain system that I installed myself. After getting quite a few quotes and realizing that I didn't really want to spend $8,000 to have this done by the professionals, I decided to go at it myself. So, it was a lot of work, but it's just a lot of manual labor. So we'll start here at the sub pump pit. The basin I put in, I think, is about 3 feet deep, as you can see here. And I have a Zolar cast iron pump in the bottom there, coming up and exiting out to a drainage hose that goes off to the end of my property. So we'll start right there, and I do have a cover for the basin that'll go on a little bit later. And as you can see, I got a 4-inch pipe coming off, and still got some rock and stuff to put in here. You can see I have a silt sock wrapped around to keep any of the fine particles from the sand and stuff out. So as you can see, going right around the perimeter. The pipe up above is my exit of my waste out to the street. So it has nothing to do with the French drain. The French drain, as you can see, is down here. So we'll just walk the perimeter real quickly, coming over to a 90-degree angle here. As you can see, I have a clean out that'll clean out down to my sub basin, and coming up the side here, again another clean out up here. Make the corner, and this is pretty much the high spot right here. I'm doing about every 10 feet, dropping it down 1 inch. So I have another clean out here. Below this I have all my rock in 6 inches under everything. Everything's been sloped already, so I'm just waiting to fill it in right now. As you can see, coming over to my fuel tank, basically did a jog around the fuel tank. Wasn't gonna move the fuel tank today, and so just have a little bit of a jog here. Another clean out down here, and straight down to the door that enters the basement, down through a bulkhead. And water does every once in a while tend to come in, so what I did is I bought one of these grate systems here that you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot for about $45, and put that in. And you can see, going back behind my washer and dryer, back down to the sub pump basin there. So let me just talk about some of the tools that I use to do this. Doesn't really take a lot. Probably the most important part right here is the buckets. My son works at a restaurant, so I was able to get some pickle buckets from. One thing to note is the handles here. If you see this handle here, that works a lot better on the wrist and the hand versus one of these smaller ones. As you can see by my tally board over here that I have to date, let's see, 170 buckets of dirt went out, about 42 of the debris, and to date I'm about 75 buckets of stone coming back down. So it is a lot of stone and removal, so the buckets do play a big part going up a bulkhead. So not too much as far as tools go. 10-pound sledgehammer, 5-pound sledgehammer, a small spade to dig under some of the concrete. One thing is I used to cut the concrete right here is this Ryobi saw that I picked up very cheaply, $39 at Home Depot, and bought a diamond blade there for I think $9. So I didn't want to use my DeWalt saw for that. I did start off with a smaller saw that was set up as a water, you hook it up to a hose and the water does feed into it, but I burnt that one out within a matter of probably 5 minutes. So this one's still going strong. I think it's well worth the investment. It does make a nicer cut, so it didn't go quite through my flooring, probably about 2 inches down, 2.5 inches. Most of my floor is about 3, so it definitely made it enough where I could hit it with the sledge. So other things, just a spade and the water. When I was using this Ryobi saw to keep the dust down, I did wear a dust mask the whole time, but used plenty of water. I do like this Ryobi because it doesn't have a trigger safety on it. It just has the regular trigger here that you just pull for it to go. So that worked out pretty well. I could use the other hand to run the hose with a faucet on the end of it. So Really not a lot of tools. One thing I did find is hollowing out where you're digging underneath worked well, and then hitting it with a sledgehammer wasn't that much of an effort. Probably the biggest effort is to get out, all the debris and get all the sand and rock in. So I'll be back to show you the final. I still have a lot of rock to do, and then obviously a lot of cement mixing to do. So we'll be back then to show you the final product.